some water. Guys, I have to read this poem. It's close to everybody else, or everyone is close to you. Check your books, check your books. Let's check our books, guys. I don't want to leave out things. Now this is more personal to me. It's personal. Although it's a poem in the book, but it's personal. What do I mean it's personal? Come on. We're driving at Kegus. Something that is dear to you is at the same time dear to everybody. Maybe it's been part of everybody's lives, a friend, family, a partner, husband, wife. Remember what I said yesterday, that there are things we hold dear to ourselves, and there are things we... No, I need to... Oh, guys, I'm in the middle of something. I need to cut my video now. As you got me, let me get it. Sorry guys, sorry guys, man. I'm recording something. Let's kick it. Sorry guys, I just had to help these kids. They've kicked the ball over, and it would take them probably 10 minutes to climb over the fence and come and collect it. You know, these are things I tell you that, and they came here and they, you know, asked for the permission. Although I'm not in charge, but at least they knew that I would look at, or I'll fend after them, you know what I mean? So, tugende maso. Let me mix a bit of Luganda here as well for people who are, you know. Akati chengezaako okugamba ekyennaku ekintu kyonna ekikwatako ekikunakuwaza kijja kuba kintu nga kiri very much personal. Okay, what is the poem about, guys? The poem is on page 94, and it's titled No Closure in Death. What do you mean? Is it a closed and shut case? In death, do you say your last goodbyes? Here we are, and what is happening here? We're going to dig in the poem a little bit, but I've seen some lines there that is the concept of death being defined in the new generation. Is it a send-off that is grandioso? You know, do you see where I'm coming from? You know, you see where we are going. I want you to get your books and just look for page 94 and see what you're gonna leave. You know, after holding prayers in the upscale church, pallbearers carry his body towards the exit. So what did we see there? Upscale church. So even in death, there is need to be keeping up with appearances. So you have to be, you know, in the right place probably. Before they can place it inside the waiting hearse, energetic young men snatch and place it onto a waiting vehicle that scurries away. Hi, miss. How are you? You alright? Good, good. Hello, doggy. Hi, nice. Yeah. Grieving mother argues her son cannot be buried at his in-laws. Sorry, guys. But I think this rough cut, people love it. They just want to see chicken and mass or chicken. You know, it's a bit like nosing around. You nose around when you're watching these videos. You know, it's a bit like a guilty conscience. It's like, Can I tell you something? Reminds you of something, innit? Something you did in your past, or you did it sometime way back, innit? I'm not saying you're sneaking around or something. But anyway, that's a love story. Guilty pleasures. Anyway, the poem goes on to say that we have a grieving mother who argues her son cannot be buried at his in-laws, insisting traditional culture dictates that he must be interred with his ancestors. So we are seeing tradition being challenged. What dictates your ancestral origins? Your maternal side, your paternal side. So all these things would be questions to be asked. However, we have the other side of the poem. And then the grieving wife disagrees, and a man will leave his father and mother, and the two shall become one. She arranges for his interment in her home village. Sounds a bit biblical here, but more in context with that is the fact that this is the logic, you know. You leave the nest, you move out of, start a new life, you make a new home. You see, are things falling apart in terms of culture? You've come from an upscale church. Outside, you've got the waiting hearse. They've snatched the body. And now you have the conflict of tradition, of ancestry being played out in the public discourse. Come on, guys. The conversation continues. You see what I mean? So, different spheres are challenging each other. Is it a contest? So, if I've come from the upscale church, probably All Saints Cathedral, Namirembe Diocese, you know what I mean? And then right outside, the ambulance AA funeral service holding the body, and then on the other side, the family intervening with the argument that tradition prevails. So what was the whole point of taking him to the upscale church? Let's get hold of this argument. This is what I mean, because this is deep. Are we on the attack? What's going on? What's going on? Tell me, what's going on? Give me some music, man. It's like a love affair, you know what I mean? You get married in church, and then you want these other things to go on the other side. Tradition. So why do you want to have the two? Remember the poem we did, Melting Pot? Everything, the conflict collides. So, let's continue with the poem. You know, it's easy to see these things, but it's very obvious to miss out. Because this drama plays out in the discourse. And this is what Victor, in his poems, presents as a discussion in the conversation. Because what are we missing here? Let's continue. The impasse carries on, a generational clash of tradition and emancipation. The vehicle with the spirited remains is intercepted, and the spirited remains returned to the funeral company. Even in death, closure is elusive. That's the conclusion. So who is in charge now? The funeral company, I think it's here to do a duty. They are in charge. But remember, when it comes to the traditional aspect, it's the elders who are in charge. You know what I mean? The remains are interred. So if the traditional role is being downplayed with the emancipation at hand, is the center stage in death a ringside for conflict? The conversation continues. So let's wrap this up. And you see, that's what I meant. The poem was very close to me, page 94. Because we all lose loved ones, we all lose family, we all lose friends. But this drama all plays out behind the scenes. Maybe the obvious, and no closure in death. Page 94 was the poem. Have a good day. Love you.